Hey, so I'm sure you probably clicked on this video because, you want to develop self-confidence. And, well, self-confidence is, that feeling where you trust your abilities, qualities, and even judgment too, there's research that suggests that confidence is important to your health and psychological well-being. So what that means is that, you know, your mental well-being is so like that type of mental well-being, so that you don't go crazy and insane. And yeah, we're gonna be talking about how to develop self-confidence, but before that you obviously need to understand what confidence even is. So what is confidence exactly? Well, confidence is something that can be referred to some like general sense of belief and trust in your own ability to like control your life, or might be some more situation specific. Yeah, okay, just you probably have like more self-confidence in one area, and you probably believe in your ability, and you probably don't believe in your abilities in some other areas. So like, for example, me, I believe that I can get work done, but I don't believe I can time manage very well. That's like I'm confident I can get work done, but I'm not confident that I can manage time very well. It's like, and having a healthy amount of confidence is something that can make you more successful in both your personal, so your normal day-to-day life, and professional life. So like, you gotta work every day, and you gain that confidence you need. And based off of everything I've seen so far, what it shows is that people who are more confident tend, to achieve more academically. And, well, confidence is something that can play a role in the motivation to pursue your goals, with, studies even linking high levels of self-confidence in athletes with increased motivation to practice their sport of choice. So, obviously, what that means is like, let's just say you have something you're really good at. You're confident with it, and you do that, and you feel more confident because obviously you do that. So like, let's just say you did math, right? And you're good at it. So obviously you would do, and when you do it, you feel really confident about yourself. That's self-confident. Like, that's where the self-confidence comes in. What else? So your level of confidence even affects how you present yourself to others. So if you're not really confident, you're probably gonna be like down, or like, you're probably like, I can't do this anymore. This is tough. This is like, I suck at this. Or when you're really good at something, I can do this. I'm good at this. I got this. Let me handle it. It's something like, that's essentially what confidence is. But then on top, and then after confidence, it's like, how do you become more confident? That's the main topic. How do you become more confident? One way you can start off to like get more confidence is stop comparing yourself to others. Obviously, do you feel like you're comparing yourself to others on like any sort of social media, or you feel like you're just comparing yourself to like people who are just better than you? Don't do that. That's one of the biggest destroyers of confidence. It's not gonna help. Even a literal research found that, well, when people compare themselves to others, they experience, some sort of envy. And more envy, it's like the worse they felt about themselves. So obviously you feel bad because you're not that good. But here's something I should tell you. Everyone starts somewhere. You just don't become some great artist in one day. You obviously have to take years of practice. You obviously have to have lots of experience. You just don't get that out of nowhere. I don't know what else. And you know what? If you feel like, if you're feeling of envious, like you really are jealous that someone's got it better than you. And it's also really helpful to remind yourself that, you've got your own strengths and you've also got your own successes. And, one way to, be thankful about that is keep a gratitude journal to, in order to recall, the parts where you're blessed in life. So obviously, what that would mean is like, write down what you're thankful for. If you can, write down what you're thankful for, and what your strengths, like what are you good at. In my case, I don't know, coding. Yeah, coding. Let's just say. I'd write down coding, and that I'm good at getting work done. You know, you write it down, right? And then, after that, like, let's just say let's just say you feel down. You're like, ah, this ruined it. This literally ruined, like, I'm done with life. And then after that, you feel like you suck. You go down, or you don't. Yeah, obviously you don't. Or you go up. It really depends. You grab that journal you made. You look at it and see you've got skills you're good at. Be confident. I'm telling you right now. Just, focus on the skills you're good at. Not everyone's gonna be good at everything. Let me tell you. I'm just not good at, focusing sometimes. Like, I'm good at getting work done when I am focused, but like, I'm just not really good at like focusing in the beginning. That's like my struggles. It could be also considered procrastination. Procrastination is more like when you just don't do something. Yeah. And it's so that that journal's also there so that you also like, that there's something to be thankful for besides what that person has, or that person, because in the end, you've got strengths, you've got things to be thankful for, so that's if you feel jealous. And yeah, next is surrounding yourself with positive people. Think, who are your friends? Tell me. I mean, you could tell me right now, but probably not going to hear what you're saying. But just think about it. Who are your friends? Are they bringing you up, or are they putting you to the ground? Are they judging you, or are they accepting you for who you are? And one thing's for certain is that people who you hang out with or spend time with really influences who you become more than you really realize. So obviously, make sure make sure how others make you feel. And if you feel bad about yourself after hanging out with a certain someone, it might just be time to say goodbye to that person. Like, I could demonstrate that. Like, oh man, my friend keeps judging me and putting me down. You know what? It's time to stop being friends. I understand not being friends with someone, especially someone you've hanged out with for that it's difficult. But you know what? You got this. I'm here for you too, even though physically I'm not. Spiritually, yeah, probably. You go to your friend, you say, you know what? I'm tired of you judging me and everything I do. We're done. Goodbye. Don't talk to me anymore. But obviously do that with a friend that makes you, feel bad about yourself. Don't do it to a friend that actually makes you feel good about yourself, because They probably brought you to a specific place that you don't even realize. You're probably, anyways, yeah. So yeah, just if there's like a really bad friend, just go away. Get them out of your way. But yeah, anyways, so after saying goodbye, surround people with, who want the best for you. What I just mentioned. So obviously go for the people who are going to support you and, every part of the journey that you're going through. So what that would be like is, here, let me display it. See this the staircase of journey. You start over here. I'm here right now, just like how you are. And as this video progresses, we probably climbed one step, realistically. But once you start to use the tips, see, like, after you do everything, look where you are. You're at the top. You build your confidence, get to here. Oh, I had to go down just because it's a staircase, obviously, Anyways, so, after that, there's also another tip, another secret. These secrets are really good. They're gonna help you. Take them seriously. Alright, so next there's taking care of your body as, one of the secrets, since, so far, we've been discussing about how to be more confident in general. Anyways, so back to taking care of your body. So, it feels really hard to feel good about yourself if you're just abusing your own body. Like, if you, practice self-care, like you care about yourself, like, in every way possible, then you're doing something obviously positive for your mind, body, and spirit, and so you'll, naturally feel more confident as a result. Anyways, so here's some, self-care practices that are linked to higher levels of self-confidence. So there's diet. When it comes to diet, it's obviously healthy eating, and it has many benefits, which include higher levels of self-confidence and self-esteem. So when you fuel your body with like nutrient-dense foods, so foods that have lots of nutrients, you're gonna feel healthier, stronger, and more energized, which it's gonna result in feeling better about yourself. That's what it's gonna end up being. Hold on there, there's some bug over there. Anyways, so essentially you're gonna feel more better about yourself, because when you're dieting, obviously you're gonna become more lean. You're gonna be like, oh my gosh, like I'm in the best position when it comes to my body. And obviously, yeah, I understand my current thing, and I'm sure we're probably stuck at some current thing. But if you consider diet, that's already one step forward. Right, and then there's exercise. So, studies always show that physical exercise boosts confidence. Obviously, something like full-on body workout every single day, 30 days. Try doing that, and then see what happens, and then keep doing it. So, an example of a study that talks about exercise is this 2016 study that found that, regular physical activity improved, participants' body image. What that means is, like, it's obviously tested. They want to see how many, like, let's just say 500 people were right here, and I don't know why I'm doing this. We probably all did this, but, like, they probably start, jumping jacks, or, like, I don't know. Here, hold on, let me show it. Here. And just like they start doing this, and then other exercises, but I don't know, I can't really show more because video. Anyways, yeah, so they did exercise a lot, and they saw that their body image was a whole lot better. And when their body image improved, such as probably you in like 60-90 days, when you've actually worked out, had proper diet too, then obviously they felt more confident, because it's exercise. You're exercising, you're burning the fat cells that your body's storing. And yeah, so exercise is another way to take care of yourself. And then there's meditation. So meditation is not just like a relaxation practice. Meditation, it's more than that. Meditation is something that can help boost your self-confidence in many ways. One way it can do that is that it helps you to recognize and accept yourself. And meditation also teaches you to stop negative self-talk and disconnect from unhelpful mental chatter that interferes with your confidence. So obviously you're probably talking to yourself and you're saying, oh, I'm this and that and this and that, and it's not in a positive tone, it's in a negative tone. Don't do that. Go in a talk really good about yourself. Don't be harder on yourself all the time. What that means is don't brutalize yourself in any way. As much as academics doesn't count in this, I'm sure it would, because mental health, that's one way to become confident by yourself. Self-esteem, it really tears it down. But yeah, meditation, it calms you down, it stops the negative talk, and yeah, so do meditation. I don't know, there's probably some video about meditation that you can find, or just find some really good meditation, do it every day. Yeah, be more calm. Oh yeah, so lastly with this tip about, how to be more confident, or taking care of your body, it's sleep. Don't skip on your sleep. As much as you want to skip your sleep, I know how that is like. So it's not fun. It's brutal. If you don't get sleep, it really doesn't make you feel that good. It's like you're just tired, you're panicking, you're like, what happened? I don't even want, you just don't want to do anything. That's what it's like, essentially. It really messes with your emotions. It causes anger too. You don't realize it. Someone just might be talking to you and they're asking you for something, and you're like, no, leave me alone. I don't want to do this right now. Either it's you're just not happy that day and something's happening, which I hope you're having a good day, or it's you weren't getting enough sleep and that happened. Getting angry is just worse. So good quality sleep is something that's been linked with positive personality traits, which includes optimism and self-esteem. So really, caring about yourself is an important part of feeling confident. In the just make sure you're getting what you need to feel good about yourself and your abilities. And then there's also be kind to yourself in confidence boosters. So obviously it's you want to build your confidence. This is how we're gonna go. So yeah, next one is be kind to yourself. So when it comes to being kind with yourself, so that's essentially let me just put it into a term: self-compassion. Self-compassion is something that involves treating yourself with kindness when you make a mistake, fail, or experience a setback. Again, I told you, don't be hard on yourself. It's not gonna help. If you think being hard on yourself is gonna give you results, it's not. It's just gonna make you feel more bad. You're gonna feel like you're not doing anything and you're just not useful. That's very bad way of thinking. So so self-compassion involves treating yourself with kindness when you make a mistake, fail, or experience a setback. And you know what? Self-compassion allows you to become more emotionally flexible and helps you better navigate challenging emotions and enhancing your connection with yourself and others. So, one way that's proven is that, a study from 2015, I know the research is a little behind, but, we've got to understand how we've done this year after year after year. We've got to understand that it's already there. It's not, well, I'm sure there's probably some outside source affecting you. We've got to also acknowledge that what you do can also affect you. Anyways, So 2015 study, connects self-compassion with self-confidence. And, like, let's just say you're in a challenging situation. Again, here, I'll use my example. I'm sure you have a good example too. I know I can't hear it from here, but I'm sure you have a really good example I would love to hear. Yeah, like, in my case, it's like I've got three two ICUs, one thing, right? And I have to get it done. Obviously, first, this. Okay. So, like, obviously, first you've got, like, 3 assignments. I know, in my case, I've got, like, 3 assignments. You're not gonna panic. I know I've panicked. Like, I'll admit to you, I've panicked a lot. But in this case, you've got to recognize that being imperfect or falling short at times, it's part of being human. You've got to do your best to navigate these experiences with compassion towards yourself. So in my case, or your case, I'm sure for the both of our cases, we've got to understand that it's fine that you've got setbacks. Life can be tough. Life is tough. Life is going to be brutal on you. And in the end, you'll slowly figure out, like, if you're not hard on yourself, you'll figure out slowly how you're going to get through the problem, how you're going to navigate, and, navigate towards, experiences that that are tough on you, And if you do that, that's another way you're going to be confident, because you're going to know that, hey, I can actually get through my problems. I can actually get through everything that's in my way. And yeah, so that, be kinder to yourself. And then there is, practicing, positive self-talk. Alright, so another confidence booster. Okay, so yeah, I know we've been talking about confidence boosters up to now. There's still more, obviously, but this is one of them. So practicing positive self-talk, talk good about yourself. Don't be rude to yourself. That's probably one of the, that's another really bad thing you can do to yourself. You're just harming your mental health, your self-esteem, moreover. So yeah, negative self-talk limits your abilities and lessens your confidence by convincing your subconscious that you can't handle something, or it's too hard, or you shouldn't even try to do something. No, don't think that. You can do it. Everyone can do it. They have to try. It's a matter of try. If you don't try, how are you gonna talk good about yourself? Instead of saying all what I just mentioned, you can handle it, or it's easier than I thought, so I'm gonna do it, or I am gonna try, so I at least know what it's like. That's positive self-talk right there. In my view, I see it as positive self-talk. I'm sure, you've got different ways of positive self-talk. So self-talk that is optimistic, on the other hand, can, help foster self-compassion, overcome self-doubt, and take on new challenges. So, let's just say next time you begin to think about that you have no business speaking up in some, group work meeting, let's just say you've probably got some group work that you're doing. I've got this group work coming up. I'm providing an example to you guys, everyone. I'm providing an example to everyone who's watching this video. That let's just say you're in a group work meeting of some sort. Doesn't matter what type. It can be school or even work. So speaking up in a meeting that you are too out of shape to work out. Remind yourself that your thoughts aren't always accurate. I was thinking I couldn't get things done, or this video is improcessable. But you know what? I figured out a way. I did. There's always a solution. You've got to be positive, and then you've got to figure it out. So, and then after that your thoughts aren't always accurate, find a way to turn those thoughts into more positive self-talk. So some examples of positive self-talk, again, I mentioned it before, but here's some more that I can mention to you. So instead of like, I can't handle this or this is impossible, make that into I can do this, or all I have to do is try. And then I can't do anything right. Turn that into I can do better next time, or at least I learned something. And then one more is like, instead of saying I hate public speaking, so speeches are, I don't know, so like speeches are kind of but like be more like instead of like I hate public speaking, I don't like public speaking, and everyone has strengths and weaknesses. So instead of like you hate, like my case, I just don't like French, because instead of saying I hate French, it's like I just don't like it, it's not something that suits my liking, and it's kind of my weakness. So I understand that. I'm sure you probably have some sort of strengths and weaknesses, and you're like, I hate this, I hate that. But it's more so like, instead of saying like I hate this, I hate that, it's more like, I just don't like this because not only do I not want to do it, but it's also my, it's one of my weaknesses, and that's fine. We've all got weaknesses. We've all got strengths. We've got some like problems. We've all got good things. That's life. And then so see it as that. And if you see it as that, you're gonna be more happy about it, because it's like, it's not some difficult thing. It's more like, I understand that I'm not good at this, and I'm not good at that, and that there's other things that I'm much better at, and I would rather do those. I don't know if that'll help, but I'm sure it will. Anyway, so next I believe is face your fears. Okay, so next is obviously face your fears. So in terms of that, like, stop putting things off until you feel more confident. Like, here, let me give a good example. So like, getting work done, don't put it off until you feel more confident. That's not smart, especially because when are you gonna feel confident? That's a question that goes unanswered. And one of the best ways to build your confidence in these type of situations is by facing your fears head on. So in my case, I'm worried that this, like, whatever I'm doing right now is not gonna end well. No, that's not what you do. You go, okay, even though I understand this is gonna happen, I'm still gonna do it. I'm gonna see how it ends up. Because if if you're willing to still do it regardless, even if something's gonna happen, that's you facing your fears. That's good. Practice facing some of your fears that stem from like a lack of self-confidence. If you're afraid that you're gonna embarrass yourself or think that you're gonna mess up, still try it. It's like, some sort of like self-doubt can even help improve in performance. Like, just tell yourself you're gonna like test it out, see what happens. So like, I don't know, this can apply to anything. So like a math question, literally the best example. So like, you're worried, oh, I can't do this. No, you're gonna try, and you're gonna see, hey, did I get the answer correct, or did I not? If you did get the answer correct, cool, or that's great, because this is. But if like you didn't get it correct, try again, and then eventually you're gonna feel confident by yourself, because you know that you're making the best decisions and that you're making the correct ones. You're gonna feel confident about what you do. Confidence, you're building it up. Anyways, so you might learn that, being a little anxious or making a few mistakes isn't as bad as you thought. And, each time you move forward, you gain more confidence in yourself. Mistakes is part of life. You're going to have to make mistakes in order to learn. And in the end, it's something that can help prevent you from, like, taking risks that's going to result and major negative consequences. So, because if you try, if you don't leave it off until the last minute, or if you go for it, you see what happens, you're gonna, then you're facing your fears. You're gonna be more confident about trying. That's good. Do that. That's what's gonna help. And then, yeah, so every confidence booster I just mentioned, so let me look at that. Stop comparing yourself to others, surrounding yourself with positive people, taking care of your body in, the many ways I mentioned earlier in the video, being kind to yourself, and practicing positive self-talk, even facing your fears. Those are really good confidence boosters. And you know what? Do them. It's gonna help, build up your confidence. I'm sure while you go through this video, do everything I just mentioned, it's gonna help a lot, and you're gonna feel really confident. Alright, so, now that we know how to become, how to get our confidence up, we've got to understand what are the characteristics of confident people versus insecure people. Right, so the characteristics of confident people versus insecure people. So, when your goal is to become more confident, it's helpful to understand the characteristics of someone who's self-confident versus and someone who is more insecure. So, confident people versus insecure people. So, some of the differences, between the two, between both of them. So, confident people, while they celebrate other people's success, are open-minded, are optimistic, are willing to take risks, laugh at themselves, are decisive, are always learning and growing, they admit mistakes, and they accept responsibility. So that's, that's what they're like. And, I'm happy. If you become successful in all this, after, being confident, I'm happy for you. That's how you celebrate it, open-minded. Be open-minded about everything. Optimistic, don't be all negative about, everything that's happening. Be happy about it all. Be willing to, take some sort of risk. And then, obviously, you're probably going to make mistakes. That's alright. Laugh it off. It's fine. Again, I probably would laugh at myself considering the many mistakes I've made in the past. I would laugh at that. And decisive, you've got to be decisive in specific situations. So, for example, you're on a really tight schedule. You don't know if you want to go to your friend's house. So, you gotta think, is it better to stay home, get your stuff done since you're on a tight schedule, or go to your friend's house, have fun, come back, and not know what you're gonna do? Pick the first option in that case. Okay, and then always learning and growing. Again, no, not again. You learn from your mistakes and you grow. And and then there's also I can grow. And then there's also and I'm sure you can too. There's also admitting mistakes. So admit you've made mistakes, always learn and grow. So those are essentially 2 in 1. Because if you can admit mistakes, you can always learn and grow from those mistakes. Okay, and then accepting responsibility. Accept that, you're the one who did something. And be like, alright, I'm the one who did this. I'm gonna make sure this never happens again. Okay, so those were the confident people characteristics. So then there's the insecure people. So insecure people judge and are jealous of others. They're close-minded. They're pessimistic. They're afraid of any sort of change. They hide their flaws. They are indecisive. They act like they know everything. They make excuses and they blame others. So when they judge and are jealous of others, they're jealous of the confident people who've grown. I'm sure you're probably insecure about something. Work on yourself. It just doesn't start from judging people, because you become the people that you're putting down others. That's what it is. But I'm sure you're gonna become a confident person after this. I'm sure you guys are nothing like this. Anyways, so being close-minded, so they don't consider every single idea there is. They're just like, oh, okay, no, I'm gonna only consider a few ideas and then not consider everyone else's idea. Pessimistic, being negative about everything that's happening. You're like, oh, this is not gonna go well. Oh, I should probably just give up, not do anything. That's insecure people. And then afraid of change. Like, if you're afraid that something's gonna change, don't be. Like, sometimes it's bad changes and sometimes it's good changes. Again, good and bad is a basic part of life. It really is. So don't be afraid of change. So they hide their flaws, hide flaws. That means you're hiding your weaknesses, and you say, oh, I can achieve everything. And obviously people can't in fact achieve everything. And in terms of indecisiveness, so if you recall when I said like you're on a tight schedule and whether you're gonna stay home, get what you need to do finished, or you just go, they would probably not pick the good choice. And then act like a know-it-all. So obviously what that means is, let's just say I was insecure. I'm not, but I will probably, I'll admit I've got some insecurity problems. And you know what, that's fine. I'm sure like there's people who are insecure about something specific. That's fine. You can improve. So anyways, they act like, oh, I can do everything. There's not one thing I can't do. While I can do all of this, you can't do, that's probably how they put it out. And make excuses, blame others. I feel like those two kind of like tie together now. Because you're saying, you're making excuses about like why you couldn't get something done, and like saying that it's not my fault and all that. You're just making excuses, and then you blame others, or you blame others for what you did. That's just you not accepting responsibility of what you've done, what you've committed. Yeah. So those are like the characteristics of confident people and insecure people. So now we are gonna talk about the benefits of self-confidence. When it comes to the benefits of self-confidence, it's like being confident in yourself. It's just something that makes you feel good. That said, having self-confidence can also bring many other benefits. Hold on, let me adjust this. And those benefits, those many additional benefits can be brought here we go. Anyways, so those many additional benefits I gain from confidence, so those many additional benefits that you gain from confidence can be, it brings it at homes, work, and the different relationships you have. So here's some positive effects of self-confidence. So one is better performance. Rather than wasting time and energy worrying that you aren't good enough, you devote your energy to your efforts. So ultimately, you're gonna perform better when you feel more confident. What that means is when you're more confident, like when you have more self-confidence, it's like you perform a whole lot better at what you do. That looks good. Anyways, so healthier relationships. Having self-confidence not only impacts how you feel about yourself, but it helps you better understand and love others. It also gives you the strength to walk away from a relationship if you're not getting what you want or deserve. And then there is openness to try new things. So when you believe in yourself, you're more willing to try new things. Whether you're applying for a promotion or sign up for a cooking class, putting yourself out there is a lot easier when you have, like, confidence in yourself and your abilities. What kind of hairline is that? Whatever, anyways, I shouldn't be talking about that. When you're open to try new things, hold on, yeah, when you're open to try new things, that's already, that's another thing that comes out of self-confidence. You're willing to try something new that you haven't done before. Healthier relationships, obviously you will have more positive relationships with, everyone around you. Yeah, lastly, there is resilience. So, believing in yourself enhances your resilience, or, essentially the ability to bounce back from any challenges or adversities you face in life. So I'm gonna admit, I've got lots of work, and I don't have that much time left. But you know what? I'm gonna be resilient about this situation. I'm gonna get everything done, even if it means talking to every single one of my teachers about it. I'm sure you probably have done something like that, where you were in a tight situation with homework and you just like, okay, I don't know how I'm gonna bounce back from everything that is currently happening to me. But when you're confident about yourself, you can get through the challenges that you've got. That's resilience, essentially. And yeah, I believe that's it. So, quickly recap everything I just said. So improving your self-confidence is something that can have a range of positive effects on your life. In addition to like helping you feel better about yourself and your abilities, it can make your relationship stronger and makes you more resilient to stress. And that's like the entire recap of everything I just said on this video. So yeah, that's it. I hope you're more confident. Hope you've gotten a lot out of this. I hope everything I've told you is gonna help you, to become more confident. And until next time, yeah, have a good day, and I will see you next time.